Yeah, this social media thing has really given birth to an entire new industry.
I know you're all kind of wondering what's going on right now.
There are new and innovative ways to make money that you and I have never even heard of before, and it's being brought to us by a generation of very young people.
That's nuts, right? Hi, I'm Adrian Morrison, and almost every weekend for the past 2 years, I've gotten on a plane to stand in front of crowds of people across the country. In cities from Los Angeles to Chicago, all the way to Boston. And once they've seen my success, heard my story, and the stories of other people whose lives have changed after just sitting there and listening to me, they finally see that making money online is not about gimmicks or autopilot systems, that all it really takes is looking over the shoulder of someone who's been there and done it. And they decide right there and then that they must make that change happen for them, and for their own families too. Still, for every person who makes that commitment to put all the hype behind them and meet me in person to discover how to make that leap, I know there are countless more sitting at their home computers who want that change just as much and never get that crucial chance. And that's why I have to talk to you right now. Because after years of speaking to students who promised to keep everything I said to themselves, I've decided to open up and talk about the massive shift happening in the way money's getting made online. So to show you exactly what this is all about and prove it really does have the power to change lives, I'm going to put myself to the ultimate test in my own hometown as you watch me take 6 people who have never met before and have never made money online before, who are just willing to try something new, and let you judge the results for yourself right here in this video. Excuse me. How you doing? Listen, thank you very much. Listen, what I'm doing right now is I'm on a mission to help people make money online. I've put myself to the challenge. I'm trying to figure out how to do it in a 24-hour period of time. I need to know real fast, since we're in the middle of the road, are you guys down to maybe meet me at my office and give it a shot? It'll probably be in about 30 minutes. Here, right here. Here's my card. If you're down for it, call my assistant. Meet me there 20 minutes. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so we're back here at my office now, and my entire family actually works here. Over here to the left is my brother's office. Right across the hall is my dad's office. Now, I kind of want to give you a family tour real quick before everybody else gets here, because in the next few minutes, the techniques that I'm about to show you and them are things I only shared with my close family and friends before I started teaching them to people across the country. I'm talking everybody, all the way to my dad, who thanks to these techniques didn't have to spend his entire retirement as a Walmart greeter, all the way to my best friend who was able to use these techniques to actually save his family a few years later. Now, I'm going to have to tell you that story in just a few minutes, because right now it looks like everybody's arriving, so hey, let's get started. Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Fine.
Look, my name's Adrian Morrison. I know you're all kind of wondering what's going on right now. It's kind of crazy. I pulled you off the streets and it just took you out of your element. I brought you into my office, and I really want to put myself to the challenge. As you see, if you look around, there's a bunch of cameras. I'm trying to document live how I can take social media and the education that I have and make y'all make money really fast. The results you're about to witness when this countdown timer right here hits 0 are what I call social commissions. You'll see exactly what that means in just a few minutes, so keep watching. First, please know this is not just another rehashed social media tactic you've heard 100 times from guru after guru. It doesn't involve Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or even Pinterest, and you don't need friends or followers either. Again, I can promise this is something you haven't tried before, and the first reason these social commissions are so different from any of the other traditional ways of making money online is, well, you don't need a website. And I'll say that again, you do not need a website, not even a blog, not a landing page, or a squeeze page. And that's a game changer for you, because after talking to literally hundreds of students who've come to me for help over the years, The hard truth is the #1 reason people fail online is because of a website. The very thing practically every system and even software promoter out there swears you must have in order to succeed. Heck, the sad truth is that 95% of all small websites and blogs are quickly abandoned. At last count, that's over 123 million abandoned blogs just floating away on the internet, taking their owners' chances of making any money with them. What I found out is you can cut out all the techie headaches involved with trying to start any kind of website. And that's great for me because, believe it or not, I wasn't a straight A student all through high school and college. Plus, you can ditch all the related website expenses and hassles like domain names, web hosting, web design, and SEO. Now you're probably wondering what's changing on the internet to replace websites as the primary moneymaker online. And it's not video or likes or tweets. And I'm pulling back the curtain in just a second. But the timer's almost up. So let's check back on the most important part, the results. I met y'all at a stop sign earlier today, right? Y'all never made money online before, right? Correct. And we got everything set up, so are y'all ready to see the results?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so what I want you to do is just grab your mouse. What does that say?
$150.49.
Wow.
3 hours, $150. How awesome is that?
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Unbelievable.
That's beautiful.
All right, Miss Susan, we got your account set up. We got your ad set up about a couple hours ago. Ready to look at our results. So you can see once again your username up here. What I want you to do is just hit the refresh button on your screen. Let's see if these zeros turn into money. So your refresh button is going to be right there. All right. So what is that number right there?
$176.22.
Is this the first monies you've ever made on the internet?
It is. It absolutely is.
Earlier today, I kind of stopped you from in the middle of shopping, apparently,
Yes.
so I appreciate you coming in here and helping me challenge myself with this. Right now, we're on your ClickBank account. You got your username up there. It's been a couple of hours since we set things up. Let's hit the refresh button, and let's see your results.
Okay.
Let's scroll down first, and let's see all the zeros. All right, there's still zeros right now.
Right.
Now, let's hit that refresh button right there.
Okay.
All right, scroll down. What's that number?
$318.91.
That's nuts, right?
That's fabulous.
I brought you here in my office a couple hours ago, and I showed you how to set things up step by step.
Yeah.
Right now it says all zeros, right?
Yeah.
All right, so what I want you to do is come up here, hit that refresh button right there, and let's see what your results are.
Drum roll.
All right, scroll down. What's that number say right there?
$311.51.
Is this the first money you've ever made online?
It is for me.
Yeah, definitely.
You see, guys, if you follow the steps and you use social media to make social commissions. Okay, so you've just seen 6 people who are absolutely brand new to making money online with results of $150.49, $176.22, $313.91, and $311.51 after just 3 hours. Now, obviously, not everybody who tries this is going to achieve those exact same results. But remember, I already told you that this may not even be for you at all. And I'll explain that. But first, I told you I'd demonstrate exactly what this is. And I fast-forwarded you through the training so you could see the results for yourself, like I promised, without having to wait. So here's what this is all about. Now remember, I already told you that the results you just saw on your screen are not from the typical social media sources like Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, that everybody else is trying and mostly failing to make money with, nor are the speed of the results typical. Sometimes it works faster, sometimes it works much slower. But don't get me wrong, there are some incredible outside-the-box ways of earning social commissions from those places as well. And you're going to discover those too, so you can build up multiple streams of income if you choose. But here's where it gets much different from any training you've ever heard about social media. Because it turns out, the best source for the social commissions is a place you might not even think about as a social site at first. and you may not have even heard of it before, even though it's one of the most highly trafficked sites on the internet with over 2 billion page views a week. It's called Plenty of Fish, and with over 30,000 new users a day, it's by far the world's largest free dating site. If you think about it, dating is about the most social activity online. Heck, even Facebook started out as a dating site. And don't worry, you don't need to be single or put up a dating profile on Plenty of Fish to tap the site for these income streams I call social commissions. Now here's what makes Plenty of Fish the most profitable social site online. Unlike Facebook, where pretty much the last thing anybody wants to do is click on ads, and even major advertisers like General Motors are running away from because it's so hard to make money, major companies consider Plenty of Fish users some of the most valuable eyeballs online for their products. And that's the second big reason social commissions are so different from anything you've tried before. Now, unlike the old internet, where you needed a website to get ahead and big companies divided up all the traffic and profits between them, with social commissions, you have the upper hand right from the start. The same companies that need this social traffic know the best way to get their offers and products in front of the right crowd on Plenty of Fish and other social sites isn't spending $1 million on one giant Super Bowl-sized campaign. Instead, it's giving the same $1 million to real people who actually use and understand these social sites in a way that corporate giants don't.
And just to give you an idea of how much traffic on Plenty of Fish is really worth, here's the check a guy named Marcus Friend, who started Plenty of Fish, pulled down in just one single month with Google Ads a few years ago, before the site was as popular as it is today.
Since then, while most gurus keep you laser focused on the usual suspects like Google, Facebook, and Twitter, Marcus has opened up this massive traffic source, allowing anyone who knows how to direct and control it to claim a piece of it. Now again, without a single website or landing page, just tiny little postage stamp sized links like these, you can create and begin profiting from in literally minutes once you know the system inside and out, just like my students. All for as little as $5. That's about half what it costs to buy a website domain name so you can get supposedly free traffic. Now keep that in mind. I'm talking about a piece here, not the whole thing. You're not going to make $900,000 in a month, not even close. But the way I like to think of it is like a giant pie. Let's say this pie represents the $6 billion plus that major companies pay out every year to affiliates. Personally, I just want to lick the knife clean. That's all I do, and believe me, those crumbs add up pretty fast. Now, of course, again, you might even make nothing at all, because like I told you before, these social commissions are not for everyone. Not because generating these commissions is impossible, as you've seen, it really isn't. And it's not because they take all your time either. Yet from years of experience watching people new to making money online struggle with going just a little bit outside their comfort zone in order to reach success,
I've seen some people like the students right in this video who make that leap, and others who never make it to that point. Never benefit from that powerful aha moment because they just can't get past what I call the scared money trap.
it has to do with that $5 I mentioned earlier. Now, keep watching because in just a minute I'm going to invite my brand new students back into the room and see how the risk they took yesterday paid off for them. Not only in the first 3 hours, but a full 24 hours later. And before you get too excited about the profits you see these brand new social commission students making in this video, I want to quickly share with you the same story that motivated me to make this video and to keep flying around the country teaching these techniques. Because if it has the same effect on you, then you'll instantly have far better odds of making over the hurdle that separates everyone who succeeds wildly with social commissions from the also-rans. Now, earlier I mentioned that social commissions is based on the same techniques my family used to escape financial disaster and come back stronger than ever before. Yet it was only when I saw the same catastrophe begin to happen to someone else, my best friend and college roommate Joseph, that I saw just how powerful social commissions could be for anyone looking to change their financial future if they could just see real results fast enough and consistently enough to escape that deadly scared money trap. And Joseph needed that escape badly because by our first semester of college at Ole Miss, I could tell that something was going wrong. He started failing most of his classes, then dropped out altogether and got a job waiting tables. But it wasn't enough. I kept pressing him, trying to figure out what was happening, and finally one day he broke down and confided that his father's contracting business was failing. And unless they could replace his income fast, his mom and dad, sister and grandmother, all under one roof, were about to lose their home. Now, Joseph already knew the basics of what I was doing. He knew I was making money online somehow, and he came to me and said, "Adrian, I see you're making all this money online, and if I could just make a fraction of what you're making, just enough to get out of this rut, I would be so grateful if you could just show me how to do that." Now, of course, he's my best friend. He's like my brother. So I immediately said yes, and that was the first time I ever taught anyone how to tap into these kind of social commissions you've already seen in this video. Just like the students you're seeing here today, Joseph was absolutely brand new to this. He had no experience whatsoever. Joseph was at the point where every last dollar had to count, and he'd even sold his car by then to help his parents pay their bills, so he had to hitch rides to go to work. So when I first told him that these social commission links cost money, he almost panicked. Just like so many students I've had since then who insist they only want free traffic. I told him the same thing I've told the students who come to my seminars ever since. Yes, you need to spend money, but the truth is, you can start making social commissions pay off with as little as $5, the price of a foot-long sub sandwich. And if you tried your luck with supposedly free traffic for a while, buying domain names left and right, paying for web design and programming and hosting, that $5 investment would end up looking even cheaper. Believe me, if there were really such a thing as free money, I'd be all over it, but there isn't. The only difference is whether you can clearly see the cost, like the $5 it takes to get started with social commissions traffic, or the costs are hidden, like most people find out too late. And fortunately, because Joseph trusted me not to steer him wrong, he listened. We set up his first social commissions campaigns, just like the students you saw earlier. And within the first 24 hours, that first campaign alone was pulling in $200 per day, for a total of $78,000 over the next 8 months. Needless to say, he got past his anxiety about spending $5 for a campaign, and pretty soon he was shelling out a couple of $100s a month, knowing he'd bring in $8,000, $10,000 or more in return. Now fast forward about 2 months later, I'm over at Joseph's parents' house celebrating, the same house they were able to keep thanks to Joseph's social commissions, and his dad pulled me aside into the garage. And he looked me in the eye, put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Son, you will never understand what you just did for my family." And that feeling I got right then and there, believe it or not, even more than the money or the cars or anything like that, I wanted more of that feeling. And for other people to have the opportunity to have that exact same feeling as well. Now again, the reason I tell you this story isn't about the money that Joseph made. Obviously, most individuals are not going to make $200 in their first day or $10,000 a month, but Joseph did. They tell me, "Adrian, I don't care if I don't make $200,000 a month like you or $10,000 a month like Joseph. If I could just have a piece of that, I'd be happy." That's why the big takeaways I want you to get from this story are not, "I'm going to make $200 a day," or "I'm going to make $10,000 a month starting next week." Instead, number one, combined with the students you've seen live on camera today, I hope you realize that wherever you're starting from, there's truly nothing holding you back from succeeding with these social commissions. In fact, chances are, just the fact that you're taking action and watching this video right now means you're ahead of where Joseph was when he started, and ahead of where these students were just yesterday. And secondly, I really hope that Joseph's story and everything else you've seen gives you that aha moment most people never have, that scared money doesn't make money. If you're not willing to believe in your own ability to take this training and succeed enough to get past running after free traffic and all the other too good to be true guru fantasies and invest just $5 to get started with social commissions campaigns, then like I said before, this is not for you. And chances are that making money online, period, is not for you. And yes, it really does only take $5. I've been using these techniques for years now, and I still start off each of my social commission campaigns with just $5, even though I could afford a lot more. The reason is simple. I never put more than $5 on the line. Again, just half the cost of a domain name for a so-called free website, until I'm 100% sure I'm going to make more money by investing more. That's the third big reason social commissions are so different and so much more profitable than anything you've tried before. Once you understand the concepts and start seeing commissions coming in, you can scale them and turn winners into even big winners. You don't have to wait for some slow-moving corporate machine like Google to give you traffic. You can just reach out and grab it. And remember, this is not something you have to quit your job or put your life on hold for. Like I said before, you can and should limit yourself to 20 or 30 minutes a day to start. Okay, the timer's up. So let's see how finally getting over that scared money trap has paid off for the students you met earlier, just one day later.
All right, guys, thanks for coming back today. What I want to do is I want to check your 24-hour results.
All right.
So what we need to do is just refresh your screen. All right, so what's that number there?
Wow, $713.
Wow.
Great.
So
Wow.
$713 in 24 hours.
24
Yes.
hours.
So yesterday you had made around, how much?
$176 yesterday.
$176. So let's hit the refresh screen
Okay.
and let's see where you're at.
I'm happy with that. That's $898.
$898 in a 24-hour period of time. First monies you've ever made on the internet, yes?
First on the internet ever, and best for 24 hours, you bet.
That's awesome. All right, so it's your turn to see how much money you made in the past 24 hours.
Okay.
So just go ahead and hit refresh.
Okay.
All right, so what's that number right there?
$760.
$760 in 24 hours. That's totally awesome. All right.
Yes.
I'm going to move on to the next ones.
Okay.
All right, guys. So now we're going to check your results. It's been about 24 hours, a little bit less than that. So just hit the refresh on your screen. Let's check out your results.
Okay.
All right. So yesterday you were at
gosh.
$300, and today now you're at $775
Yeah.
in a 24-hour period of time. That is totally awesome. Yes.
Yes, it is. It is exciting.
Awesome.
There's no question
I'm
about
so
that.
excited.
Yep.
So by now you've seen why I'm so convinced that Plenty of Fish is the absolute best place online to start tapping into the social commissions right now. And you've seen the real results right on the computer screens of 6 students who had never made a dime online before in their lives. Regular people I found here in my hometown. Now once again, I can't guarantee exactly how much you'll make or how quickly you'll make it. Whatever your number is though, what I can tell you is that if you follow through and apply these techniques, when you get that first check, you're gonna be hooked. When I saw my first ever social commissions on my screen, it was $45. I was 20 years old and I instantly forgot about girls. It made me forget about video games. It made me forget about school too. All I could think about was more commissions.
And the checks are even better. You might want to do everything digitally, but personally, I love holding the paper checks in my hand and opening up the envelopes and seeing the numbers. Now, if you're like me, you might even snap a picture of yourself with your checks just to capture the moment. Right here is a scrapbook I've kept ever since the first check I ever got from doing any of this for like $300. All the way to the biggest check I've ever gotten for over 200 grand. Now again, my success isn't your success, and most of you won't get a check for 200 grand. It's not about the money though, it's about the potential freedom, the potential financial freedom, the time freedom, the stress freedom that money can do for you and for anyone you turn around and share it with.
Whether it's just your own immediate family or a friend who needs help. That's one of the best parts of making money online for me. If I was just still working at $10 an hour job at Best Buy when my friend Joseph came to me and admitted they were about to lose their house, what could I have done except stand by and watch the tragedy play out? Instead, I got to give back in a way that inspired me to create the Social Commissions training program and give the same training to people outside my immediate family, people who I'd probably never even meet otherwise. That's why even though students regularly show up at my live events eager to pay thousands of dollars to learn these social commission techniques in person, as a charter member of the instant access online version of the Social Commissions program, you won't pay thousands of dollars, not even 1/10 that much. After all, as you've seen here today, if there's a hard part to social commissions, it's just taking that first crucial step, escaping the scared money trap that holds so many people back and investing in your success. So to make that step as much of a no-brainer as I can, if you click the Add to Cart button below this video right now, You can step over that threshold and directly into the social commissions training area for just one payment of $49. No hidden fees, no additional upsells, one payment of $49. That's right, $49 for unlimited lifetime access to the social commissions program, one time, and you'll never be charged again. Plus, for charter members, it gets even better. Because if you act today, in addition to the core social commissions training, revealing how to tap into the power of Plenty of Fish, you're also getting instant online access to training from me and my brother Anthony, covering our absolute best and latest techniques for generating social commissions with Facebook, Twitter, and even Pinterest at no extra cost to you. Just like the Plenty of Fish training, this is the same kind of progressive step-by-step education, up-to-the-minute info that students pay me literally thousands to learn. And we've recorded and transcribed it all to give you even more ways to achieve multiple streams of income with social commissions for months and years to come. And to make it even more painless to part with that all-important $5 to get your first social commission campaign rolling, I'm so eager to see you get started that I'm slashing another $5 off the already low price. That way, your first campaign is on me. When I do something, I want to be fully committed. I want the same for you, and that's why even with everything you've seen here, and even at this price, I won't ask you to make any final decisions now. In fact, I insist that you take up the 60 full decision-free days to see everything that's waiting for you inside social commissions. Spend just $5, again, on me, to put what I tell you to the test, and only then decide knowing 100% that social commissions is everything I promised you and more. And if at any time in the first 60 days, that's 8 full weeks, you decide for any reason that social commissions is not for you, just send me an email or call me up, and I'll refund every penny you paid, no questions asked, right on the spot.